Hi everybody, Chris here from Truly Holistic. Thought I'd do this video outside. Beautiful day here in New Zealand. We're in our summer. And first of all, I'd like to say Happy New Year to everybody. Now in 2024. And hopefully it's not too much noise outside here while we do the video. And what I want to present to you for 2024 is we're going to do a healing video, a free healing video. And this is in regards to anybody that suffers with anxiety or panic attacks, feels like they've got the weight of the world on their shoulders, pressure on their chest. They feel the effects of gravity. Latin word for gravity means heaviness. So a lot of the things that people are struggling with, feeling overwhelmed, feeling stressed, health conditions, is a heaviness that's being embodied, right? So it's this effect of gravity, which really what we find is the outside influences imprinting their will on you, instead of the way it should be, you imprinting your creative effect on your reality. Okay, and obviously at the core of that is a pathway that we are taught to use to perceive and process reality, which is a mind-thought pathway, where the problem with that is the mind tends to externalize our perspective and perception of our reality and what we're experiencing, what we're observing, but more importantly, how we react and respond to it, which I would mention is how we process what we observe and experience. So I see this a lot. I've got a chart that I use every day where we measure someone's auric field, right? And the auric field, your aura, is simply your field of positive change or positive influence. And we see that the auric field, we don't really tend to look at the auric field as layers or levels. We see it as a field that's always fluctuating. And really it's a measure of how connected someone is into their authenticity as a consciousness, as a soul and energy. So we want to really expand that auric field as much as possible, because really when we use the term to ascend or ascension, is purely to bring as much of you here to be present, represented within this experience, this lifetime, which is really to draw every aspect of you and what we would call as your energy signature, which is your soul, through a quantum pathway that exists within you and bring it through the heart. The heart is the doorway, the portal, the gateway that brings you here to begin with. So and then when we bring that through, we will see that our auric field then it soars, expands, right? Now, I always say to my clients that there's two choices in how we can go about using our energy while we're here, right? And one is to hold our power, which is our energy, or one is to, which I would call to be empowered, to walk in our light, right? To be enlightened, right? To be aware of our creative power and how we use that. Or, so to hold our power, or to give up our power to things outside of us which will only hold power over us. And this is what I tend to see with people getting anxiety and panic attacks, because what I tend to see is their auric field collapses in, right? Shrinks and it collapses in, right? And what they are feeling is essentially 4 walls of a room coming in and collapsing on you, right? And of course you're not seeing that, but your field, your energy, that discernment of feel is feeling that, okay? Which then elicits, that experience that you have as what we know as an anxiety or a panic attack, right? So this free healing video, what we're going to do here is we're going to use an energy that is all about creating expansion, and we are going to apply that to your auric field. Of course, this is just a demonstrating healing video. A lot of the work that we do at Truly Holistic is we empower you. We give you the information, the knowing, the insights of how you can expand your field and keep it expansive, which really is the long-term solution, right? And a lot of this information is based on understanding your reality, understanding who you are, what you are, how you use your power, your creative power to get, to allow your highest potential as part of this experience of reality, to fulfill the purpose and why you're here, which is you as the soul first, and we became the human second. And sadly, as becoming so endeavored by the human arc or story, we've lost sight of our original purpose of what we authentically are as the soul. And we share all that information in our sessions, whether that's just ascendance healing sessions, but also reality coaching session, where we talk about all these principles, all these protocols, and all these things that can assist you not only for now, but for a lifetime. And we've currently got that at special at 45 New Zealand dollars for a 45-minute session of reality coaching. It's incredible. Why we really reduce the price half, 50% off, because people need this more than ever. We need this. We need more creative forces in their own right, creating from their heart, creating from their authenticity as a soul. So we really need to get this information out, and that's a big reason, a big drive of why I've put the price down at 50% off in regards to that session option. So let's do it. Let's do the healing. Right. Now, for everybody watching and listening to this video, right, I want to calibrate their auric field, their field of positive influence, with celestial existence, please. I want to calibrate everybody watching and listening, their auric field, calibrate with celestial existence. Now, celestial meaning expansive, existence means a way of living. And when I really emphasize a way of living, it's living moment to moment. Because we are expending our creative power, making choices in each and every moment, that what we do in this moment then presents our next experience, which we could say what we do in the now is presenting our future. Right? So we want to expand each and everyone's auric field by calibrating it with celestial existence. And celestial existence, right, an expansive way of living, is emphasizing our true purpose in being here, and that is to be the soul. Our expansiveness to continue expanding. So that's finalizing there. So it'll be interesting. I want you to comment below and tell me how that felt, how you're feeling now. Because the thing is, why the body gives off so many symptoms, right? When we're talking about health problems, right? Symptoms, again, from mind thought, right? We've misinterpreted what symptoms are, how the body communicates, what the role of the body is, everything. We've misunderstood everything, right? And the role of symptoms is the body's communication to you to provide an awareness, to change how you utilize and apply your energy. That's what it is. Okay. So a lot of the reason why so many people are having so many symptoms, right, that they then somehow misinterpret and connect it to a diagnosis, a health problem, is because everybody's living in a limited existence, not an expansive one, right? And what's actually coming through the body, because the body's an interface for an intelligence and consciousness to extend its will, extend its expansiveness. That is the soul speaking through the body, telling you, hey, we didn't sign up for this. We're not here to live a limited existence. That's not what we are. This is not what we want to be. That's essentially what's happening. Okay. So what you'll realize that when you change how you use your creative output, and I would teach you this within the session work, then all of a sudden you notice that those symptoms tend to go away, because there's no need for those symptoms to present an awareness to change, because you're making that change. Okay, so never look at your body as something that's working against you. Your body has always been your ally. It's just that from here we've misinterpreted and we've misunderstood it. Now, lastly, I just want to mention we've got a few new products that were recently released here at Truly Holistic. There's a lot of pendants now that we now have a silver option using 999 pure silver to make a whole lot of line of pendants, which are wonderful for anybody that loves the silver look and a cosmetic silver look. Obviously, it's facilitating the same energetics as the copper equivalent that we've had. But again, just, I love the silver as well. A new product that we've just kind of sharing with everybody now. It's not even on the product store at the moment, but you can comment below or get in touch with me. I've got contact details on my website if you're interested in one of these products. And it's directly connected into what we're trying to fulfill or in this video, right? In regards to trying to get people more expansive, getting their heart open, right? To present levity, that lightness instead of the gravity, right? The imprinting of there that collapses your auric field instead of, no, we get to imprint our will on our reality that makes us expansive, the reason why we're here. And one of the two products that we've made, they're using what we call a tensor harmonizer. And a tensor harmonizer is really mimicking or trying to mimic what your heart should be doing, right? Because your heart has an innate ability to transmute, harmonize anything that is discordant or not in alignment with you, right? Back into a form that works for you, that is in alignment with you, right? Getting you back into your expansive role, not limitation. So we've made a couple of tensor harmonizer products. We're just calling them the heart harmonizer or tensor harmonizer. And we've made one that is a pendant, and I love it because this is the bigger one here. And the harmonizers tend to stand up like that, right? It kind of looks like the Earth, right? With the North Pole, the South Pole, and the electromagnetic field, right? And a lot of people use tensor harmonizers for that particular reason, right? To mitigate air pollution, weather modification, and so on. Now, what we tend to see here at Truly Holistic, that there is, a ground or a home, an origin that precursors the earth itself, and that is the heart, right? So instead of seeing it like that, we tend to see it like that, right? That is the pathway, quantum pathway that I was mentioning in this video, that is presenting more of yourself through the heart. So you could kind of see it like that, right? My heart's there and it's being presented out. So you'll see that, that formation there. We've done a similar thing for this, but what we've done is we've just twisted it a little bit to make it looks like a vortex, right? Something flowing and rotating. And that's what's actually happening. When we open our heart, we're presenting more of our light, more of our energy through it, which means it's flowing through. And this is why the heart, when we see it as the organ, we see that it's an organ that has a rhythm and a rate to it. Why? Because it's presenting something through it. As I said, the body's an interface, right, which is a flow of energy, and the geometry of flow is vortex, right, spinning, which then presents what we know fractally into the universe as a spiral geometry we see everywhere, right, whether that's the Fibonacci sequence, whether that's the golden ratio, and so on. We see it everywhere. You see that pattern everywhere. That's the vortex. How water flows in nature, right? When you see water flowing more, you tend to see water that's cleaner, because when something's got flow to it, and again, when our body's in a state of wellness and vitality, that means because everything's flowing. And when something flows, it spins, it creates centrifugal forces that enables that substance innate ability to cleanse and detoxify itself, which means keep itself vital and well. Okay, so you'll see that that's got that geometry to it, and that's what we want to do. It was kind of a happy accident when I made it. So if I put it like that, you can actually see it's got the coil in the middle and got these wing out like that. But what we tend to do, instead of that orientation, we want it like that. Okay, so it's a rotex, a rotation, it's a vortex. Wonderful. Amazing energy coming off it. This is a copper version, but we're hoping soon to have a silver option as well, equivalent to that. So there's that one, which we call at the moment copper heart tensor harmonizer pendant. Now here's the big boy. This is also the heart tensor field harmonizer, and it comes with a tensor ring as well, which you can see has got a double twist to it. Now this is got also very much the energetics that is the heart itself. So this is wonderful for anybody that's perhaps yet they're working on getting their heart open, they haven't mastered that ability, and they want just an extra bit of support, especially if you're somebody that suffers with panic attacks or anxiety. Then this product would be wonderful for you, because it creates a field. It just expands and expands in this field. The actual energetic that we use, which is the infinite qubit, also expands everything out infinitely, so it's got a great expansive field to it. And what we do is we have the ring and you sit it on top of the ring or within the ring, and what happens is the energetic that this ring is, which is encompassing the new energetic we call the ease qubit, which is connected into the word peace, right? When we create from the mind, we create miscreation. We create a field that makes us then out of alignment with ourselves, right? We feel unbalanced, we feel uneasy, right? That's the feeling that someone with anxiety, panic attack has, or weight on the world on their shoulders, pressure on their chest. That is a sense of uneasiness, this unbalanced energy that we don't align with, that doesn't sustain us. It's not love, it's not, energy coming from our heart that sustains us. So when we use this, and then we put that on there, that energetic of ease or peace is then expanded out through the use of the tensor, of the heart tensor harmonizer. So this is essentially, bringing more heart creation into reality, but also a sense of peace, because that's what we need. And peace is not done by going out there and trying to establish peace. Peace is about rectifying our internal conflict that we have as an individual, because we must realize that whatever has happening within us, we then project that out into the world. So it starts with us. So this is a wonderful product, and as I say, currently not on the product store, but comment below if you're interested in either the big boy or the pendant, or there's contact details also on my website, which is at trulyholistic.net/appointments if you want to book an appointment, or /products if you want to go and see all my shop of all the tools. Also, there's a contacts page on that website, as I say, if you are interested in these new products. Until next time, catch you later.